Welcome back, children. Let us continue with part 3, explanation of page 81. Then Squeers made his way to his desk for the first class. And then what happened? The Squeers, that means the two teachers, they made their way towards the table for the first class. This is the class in English spelling and philosophy, Nickleby, he said, beckoning Nicholas to stand beside him. Now then, where's the first boy? And then Mr. Squeers tells Nickleby that this is the first class which is of English spelling and philosophy. And he signals him. Beckoning means to signal with the help of your gestures. When you show a sign using your hands to do an action, that is beckoning. So he gestured Nicholas to stand beside him, to stand at the side of him. Now then, where's the first boy? And he calls the first roll number. Please, sir, said one hapless pupil, he's cleaning the back parlor window. And then, please, sir, that means may I answer, sir, said one hapless pupil, one unlucky pupil. Why unlucky? Because he has to face the torture which is being done on the students by these two teachers. So he's unlucky because he has to study in the school, this boarding school, and suffer and go through the torture. He's cleaning the back parlor window, and then he says that he is cleaning the window of the back room. So he is, to be sure, and that is his duty, he means to say. We follow the practical mode of teaching, and then he explains, Nickleby, how they teach in the school. We follow the practical mode of teaching, Nickleby. C-L-E-A-N, clean, which is a verb, to make bright. Winder, a casement. When the boy knows this out of a book, he goes and does it. Where's the second boy? And then he mentions that we give them practical knowledge of each and everything. Clean is a verb, which is an action, to make something bright. And then winder, a casement, that means to clean a window. When the boy knows this out of a book, when a boy reads it in the book, then we give them practical knowledge. And that is why that boy is there cleaning the window. Where's the second roll number? May I, sir? He's weeding the garden. That means he is removing all the unwanted plants from the garden. So he is. Okay, this is his duty today. B-O-T, botan, botany. This is botany. The spelling of botany here is written wrong. The actual spelling is B-O-T-A-N-Y. So the way Squeers teaches the incorrect spelling of the word shows that he himself is poorly educated, that he himself did not know the spellings, because he is here giving the incorrect spelling of the word botany, which means something which is related to plants. So he says botany, which is a knowledge of plants. When he has learned the botany, means a knowledge of plants, he goes and gets to know them. And then he says that when the student has learnt the meaning of botany, then we give them practical knowledge. That is why second roll number is working in the garden. That's our system, Nickleby. Third boy, what's a horse? And then he asks the third roll number about a horse. A beast, sir, replied the boy. So it is. Yes, indeed. Yes, you are correct. A horse is a quadruped, and a quadruped's Latin for beast. And then he mentions that a horse is a quadruped. That means, as you can see in the book, a four-footed animal is known as a quadruped. So he has 4 feet, he has 4 legs, which is in Latin, that means in British language, it is known as a beast. It is another word for beast, as everybody who understands grammar knows. And as you're perfect in grammar, go and look after my horse. And then he orders the boy to go and look after his horse, to take care of his horse, and rub him down well, or I will rub you down. And then he says, go and wash my horse, otherwise I will rub you down. So here it is a pun. Okay. Here, to rub down means to clean a horse. But when Mr. Squeers mentions that I will rub you down, it means that he would get a beating. So this is a humorous line here, to rub you down. That means he doesn't mean that he will clean him. It means that he will be punished if he doesn't go right now to give a bath to his horse. The rest of the class go and draw water till somebody tells you to stop, for it's washing day tomorrow. And then to the rest of the class he gives the order to draw water. That means to fetch water from the well, to take out water from the well. And then he says you will not stop until somebody comes to stop you, because it is washing day tomorrow. Everybody will take a bath tomorrow, so today you have to take out water from the well. All the work for which specialized people should have been appointed in the boarding school, children were made to do that work. Be it cleaning the horse, or weeding out the plants from the garden, or cleaning the window. Giving practical knowledge to a students is one thing, but using them for cleaning purposes of the school, and that too on regular basis, and teaching them wrong things, wrong spellings. This shows that they themselves were poorly educated. They did not have knowledge about how to inculcate knowledge into students, how to provide lessons to the students. They themselves did not know anything. The deficiencies of Squeer's teaching methods were made up for by lavish punishments. And the deficiencies, that means their poor teaching methods, were made up, were compensated, were hidden by the means of big punishments. Lavish here is supposed to mean something very big, very grand, but here it means very detailed punishment. So all their deficiencies, यानी जो भी उनमें कमियां थी वो किस तरीके से पूरी हो जाती थी? By giving punishments. So if they've ordered something and the child does not understand that, or if he is not following it, then that person would be given punishment. Nicholas had to stand by every day. That means he had to stand beside Nicholas every day and see the unfortunate, that means the unlucky students of Do the Boys Hall, punished for mistakes they did not make, knowing that he could do nothing to help them. And every day Nicholas used to stand there watching those students helpless, getting punished for the mistakes they hadn't even done, they hadn't even committed. Even if they want to say something, they're not allowed to. The plight of one pupil in particular, that means the sad situation, the sad condition of one student in particular, that means specifically, filled Nicholas with sympathy, with pity. It was Smike. Being older than the others, he had suffered many more years of ill treatment. And since Smike was much older to the other boys in the school, he had suffered much more ill treatment. Because he had stayed longer in this school, the duration of the ill treatment that he had suffered was much longer. So when Nicholas used to look at this boy Smike getting ill treated, getting punished, and getting slapped without any mistake, he felt really sympathetic. He wanted to do something for this boy, but he could not say a word, because if he says something to contradict headmistress or the headmaster, he might lose his job. He could not afford to bring his job into danger. He could not afford to lose his job, and that is why he had to remain quiet. But from within, he was really angry and infuriated. He was not happy with the treatment which was done with the children here. I hope this page is clear to you. Alright, we'll continue with the next page in the next video lesson. Till then, watch part 1, 2 and 3 so that you're clear with everything we have read till now. Alright?